Most bigs never reach their full potential because they rely on size instead of skill. The best centers in the world aren't just big bodies camped out in the paint. They're skilled, smart, agile, physical, and often the vocal leaders of their team.
Anglo turns it over again. Pokusevski with the no-look bounce pass to Maladon.
Little drop step, shin. Oh my goodness! Spun him around like a top.
The modern center is a hybrid. They facilitate like guards, shoot with touch, anchor the defense, and run the floor like wings. If you're watching this video, that means you're serious about becoming more than just a big man who sets screens and blocks a few shots. You're ready to become the kind of player who controls the game on both ends of the floor. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to become an elite center in today's game. I'll cover the essential on-court skills you need to develop, the off-court habits that'll take you from good to great, and the 3 current NBA bigs that every aspiring center should be watching. And at the end of the video, I'll provide a full training plan on and off the court, designed specifically for centers who want to dominate. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to master is your on-court skill set. Being a great center isn't about doing 100 different things. It's about being elite at the core responsibilities that define the position. And it starts in the post. A dominant center has a go-to move that they can get to whenever they want, and at least 2 or 3 strong counters. Whether that's a drop step, a jump hook, an up and under, or even a face-up jab series, your post package needs to be automatic. These moves don't show up in games unless you live in the paint during your workouts. Work on your footwork from both blocks, learn to read the defense, and practice finishing through contact. Speaking of footwork, this is what separates raw potential from polished production. Great post players don't rush. They're smooth, balanced, and efficient. Work on your pivots, reverse pivots, and catching the ball in awkward positions. Repetition builds comfort, and comfort builds confidence. Even drills as simple as the Mikan can build touch, timing, and control under the basket.
Star appearances between Embiid and Harden.
It's big man summer league. They tell you stop the ball.
Now let's talk rebounding. This is where effort meets technique. A center has to control the glass on both ends, period. That means boxing out on defense, pursuing every board like your career depends on it, and tipping balls to yourself when needed. Understand your angles, use your body, and get low to establish position. Your mindset should be that every missed shot belongs to you. Offensive rebounds give your team extra possessions. Defensive rebounds end the play. Own that responsibility. Defense is another cornerstone of the center position. You're the last line. That means you need to protect the rim, rotate with purpose, and stay vertical without fouling. One-on-one post defense is only part of the job. You also need to recognize when to help, when to drop, and when to switch. Communication is non-negotiable. The best centers are constantly talking, calling out screens, pointing out cutters, and directing teammates. You're the anchor of the defense, and your voice is your most underrated tool. Then there's the screen game. A great screen isn't just about getting your body in the way. It's about angle, timing, and understanding spacing. Know how to set strong legal screens and how to roll with intention. Whether you're diving to the rim, short rolling to the free throw line, or popping out to the mid-range, every movement should serve a purpose. Study pick and roll and pick and pop scenarios from both ends, offense and defense. Passing and court vision are becoming more essential by the year. The game is faster, more spaced out, and more reliant on decision-making. Can you pass out of a double team? Can you find a cutter from the high post? Can you run a dribble handoff without turning the ball over? These little things make a big difference. Nikola Jokic has shown the entire world what a high IQ center can do for a team's offense.
Long range, no. Jokic rebounds. Long lead pass to Barton. He's got it! Touchdown!
Take notes. And finally, you've got to develop a shooting touch. No one's saying you have to be a three-point sniper, though that definitely doesn't hurt. But you do need to hit mid-range shots and make your free throws. If you want to stay on the floor late in games, teams need to be able to trust you at the line. And in the modern game, being able to knock down a 15-footer consistently stretches the floor and opens up space for your teammates. Now let's shift gears and talk about what happens when you're not on the court. Because the truth is, elite centers aren't just built during practice. They're forged in the weight room, in the kitchen, and in the film room. If you're not handling your off-court business, you're putting a cap on your potential before you even step on the floor. Start with strength and conditioning. You'll be banging bodies every possession, boxing out, setting screens, fighting for position. That requires a solid base. Prioritize compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, and lunges. Build upper body strength through pull-ups, rows, and presses. But don't just focus on how much you can lift. Focus on control, mobility, and injury prevention. Strength is nothing without durability. Next up is speed and agility. Centers used to hang out in the paint, but those days are long gone. In today's game, you have to be able to move. That means sprinting in transition, hedging screens, recovering on defense, and occasionally switching onto guards. Your footwork and first step matter. Cone drills, ladder drills, and change of direction sprints are your best friend. Get comfortable moving your feet like a guard, and you'll separate yourself quickly. Your endurance is just as important. A lot of young bigs gas out in the first 5 minutes of intense play. That's unacceptable if you want to be elite. Mix in high-intensity interval training, tempo runs, and circuit workouts that mimic the pace of a real game. It's not about how long you can jog, it's about how well you can move when you're tired. And here's a piece that most players overlook: recovery. Nutrition, hydration, and sleep all affect your ability to perform. If you're not fueling your body with whole foods, hydrating consistently, and sleeping at least 7 to 9 hours a night, you're cutting into your growth. You can't build a Ferrari and run it on empty. Treat your body like a professional athlete if you want to perform like one. Then there's the mental side. Centers have to think the game. You're in the middle of everything: post offense, rim protection, screen coverage, rotations. Study the game, watch film of your own practices and games, but also break down footage of NBA centers. How do they rotate on defense? What do they do when the ball gets kicked out? How do they read doubles in the post? Take mental notes and bring those ideas into your next workout or scrimmage. Now let's talk role models, because the fastest way to improve is to study players who are already where you want to be. And when it comes to modern centers, there are 3 names you need to be watching: Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Domantas Sabonis. Nikola Jokic is the most unique center we've ever seen. He's not a freak athlete, but his feel for the game is off the charts. He sees plays before they happen. He makes every teammate better. And he controls the game from the high post, which is rare. Watch how he uses timing, hesitation, and touch to break down defenses without needing to overpower anyone. If you want to be a playmaker from the center spot, Jokic is your blueprint.
Into Jokic, and basket count style, and he is... Jokic, reverse move, high hook.
Then there's Joel Embiid. He's a dominant force, powerful, skilled, and relentless. What stands out about Embiid is his footwork. He's light on his feet for someone his size, and his ability to draw fouls, hit mid-range shots, and finish through contact is elite. Defensively, he's a wall at the rim. Watch how he times blocks, slides laterally in space, and alters shots without chasing every swat. Embiid shows you how to blend old-school power with modern finesse.
See, he kind of gets stuck along the baseline. Here comes Daniel. Like this. Joel Embiid swatting it. The trick when you're a youngster like Mathurin is to be consistent. There's some nights you're going to be really, really good.
Joel, the seal.
Lastly, Domantas Sabonis is all about effort and decision-making. He's not flashy, but he's effective. He rebounds like a madman, sets hard screens, and finds open teammates in motion. Watch how he works out of handoffs, finishes through contact, and leads by example. He doesn't take plays off, and that's a trait every young big needs to learn. Sabonis proves that hustle and basketball IQ can elevate you even if you're not the tallest or most athletic guy on the floor. Each of these players brings a different flavor to the position, but they all have one thing in common. They understand their role, and they execute it with precision. Study them, learn from them, and apply what you see to your own game. Now let's put it all together with a complete weekly workout. Screenshot this workout and adjust it to your liking. So there you have it. That's your complete blueprint for becoming an elite center in basketball. It's about more than just being tall or grabbing rebounds. It's about mastering your craft, on the block, on the perimeter, in transition, and in the weight room. If you build your game with intention and commit to the process both physically and mentally, you'll separate yourself faster than you think. Now, if you found this video helpful, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and help us grow by sharing it with a teammate who needs to hear this. And here's my question for you. Who's your favorite center in the NBA right now? And what part of their game do you want to add to yours? Drop your answer in the comments down below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.